I know he took oxycodone before any of this happened. He had scoliosis in his back, and his lower back would be really painful sometimes because it was trying to make up for the upper back. His back was really bad one day, and we lived at the condo. Mom, this is bad. And it was bad, and I knew it was bad. I said, let's go see what they can do. Give you a shot, give you some pain medicine or whatever. And he said, okay. It was hard to get there. It was hard to get him in the car. And he went in there, and I was with him. He was 20 years old. I'll never forget it because it was before the opioid crisis was a household word, and so she said, okay, I'm going to give you a prescription for the synthetic one, oxycodone, right? Oxycodone. I'm going to give you a prescription for oxycodone. And he said, okay. And she said, I want you to take 2 of these for the next 30 days. And even I, not knowing about this stuff, went, geez, not as needed. For the next 30 days, it will calm things down. Okay, we only have a few of these in stock. We'll fill these, and like say they had 5 or 10 or whatever. So we'll fill these, and then you can come back and get the rest. Okay, fine. His back was not okay, but it was better. And but it was still really sore. Called, and they said that the rest of your oxycodone was in, and you can pick it up anytime. And I said, but I told them that you were doing much better and you didn't need it. And this is when the red light went on, because he said, laying down with a sore back, he said, Mom, why'd you do that? Why would you do that, Mom? Gosh, put his boots on, didn't bend down to tie the laces, but put his Timberlands on and walked. And I just sat there like, what the hell just happened? Why is he, excuse my language, why is he so hell-bent on getting those pills? I thought, I bet he's selling them. I bet he's selling them. Not addicted to them. I bet he's selling them. He had sold pot before, and, I put a stop to that in my house anyway. Never in my wildest dreams did I think he was addicted to them. Our family went through a lot. We lost our business, lost our cars, our homes. We lost everything. We didn't have any food. We had a difficult time. And so the reason I say that is because when I took him to the counselor, I told the counselor what happened, and Kevin just sat there being chill, as Kevin would say, and looks at me and says, Mom, that's your story. That's not mine. When I referenced that we didn't have any food, that was real. And when we did have food, and that meant a pizza, Kevin was 6'3" and weighed 190 pounds. He would save the last piece of pizza for me. He'd say, Mom, I left you the pizza. He was kind that way. I think when he hit the insecurities that we all feel during puberty, and somebody offered him a shot of vodka when he was in the 8th grade, I was was on the freaking school board. And here's my kid in the same city. I think that erased, just like it does for adults, it erases or soothes the insecurities. I think that it went from alcohol to pot and alcohol, and then anything else that his friends were taking. He was a good kid until he wasn't. The change for him started in the 5th grade. Not being able to concentrate, not just really having a hard time. I think there's a big genetic piece, nature versus nurture. I mean, I couldn't love it out of him. I just couldn't. Kevin lived on the dangerous side of life, and the excitement level was getting higher and higher and higher. Kevin was a drinker, and he didn't just go out and drink. I mean, he would come home completely plastered and leave all the burners on the stove. I would come downstairs the next morning and the oven's on, or the stove's on. And it was getting really, it was dangerous. I took him to counselors, many counselors. Got him hooked up with an AA or an NA meeting. It just wasn't in him. He was kind of a daredevil. The morning that the news said that there was a drive-by shooting in the Old Port, and they didn't hit anybody, but they were shooting from the car. And Kevin, I said, "Gee, Kev, that's awful." And he had the most, and I know I'm his mother, but he had the most beautiful smile. He had a beautiful smile. And he just started laughing. And this huge smile, and he said, "Mom, I was right there." What? He said, I was right there. He said, I ducked in one of the granite doorways, and I said, "Oh my God, Kevin." And he goes, "That was a rush." A rush? I mean, so, yeah. He was not a frail guy. No. So, when I take that and I couple it with heroin, and using heroin, we know what comes after that. So, in a way, in a really sad way, I am glad. I'm glad. I think God took him before he got really bad. Yeah. You asked for my story. That's it.